Alright guys, welcome back. The Ghost here. Today I am going to do a challenge lock. This is one of the 4 that I got from K1 Locks. He passed on to me. So this one we're going to give it a try. It is number 4, Gereon Bodner. So we will see what we can do with it. Sorry, I guess I should tell you, it's an Avis 7240. There's 2 keys with it. One of them is mummied, one of them is not. The one that's not looks like it's got some sticky residue on it, like it's been taped up and mummied previously, but when I got it, it was not mummied. So works beautifully, no drag, no snag, seems to be just fine. So hopefully we can get a pick on this, and we will see what we can do with it. It is an Avis, kind of a narrow keyway, so we will go with a 15 thousandths. Touched, I don't know how many pins this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. Touched the pin in the back 5 and dropped just a very slight turn on the core. Very, very slight. Oh, you know what I might be able to do for you guys? Let me see if I can't do a little zoom. I'm trying to adjust my working space, see if we can't, maybe you guys can't see a little more what's going on, since that was one of the reasons I changed the camera angle. Just try and allow you guys to be able to see a little better. And that felt like 2, I think. No, that might have been 1. Hopefully you guys can see all this. I'm trying to keep my hand up to where you guys can see a little better. I was just slipping off the pin. That was 2, counter rotation, got a click. One feels set, 2 feels set. Three feels set. Feels like counter on 4, but not much. I want to be careful to check everything else. I don't want to get overzealous. That's bit me in the butt more than once. You get super excited. Ooh, counter rotation! Crunch. Alright, time to reset and do it again. very slight. Very gently. I've got slight counter rotation. Now the problem with doing this in your hand and not in a vise is when you get that slight counter rotation, you might need to do more manual control of the core. You can't just grab your tension wrench and do that. Alright, where'd you go? I don't know now. Let's go back to the front and just double check. Where are we at? Well, see, I might have been wrong, because now I'm feeling counter rotation on one. I thought I was. We're going to go to my 15 thousandths to force diamond. It's got just a little more reach on it. Ah! Okay, so now I'm going to try not to break my pick and not drop everything I've just got, because I decided to drop my tension wrench. Hopefully I didn't just drop everything. I didn't hear anything drop, but I also was more focused on the ting of the tension wrenches that shot across the desk. And I was trying to set that pin at the same time. I don't know if I got it. I don't know. I don't know at this point. Alright, that feels like counter rotation on 2 and a click. Okay, so 1 feels set, 2 feels set. 3 feels set. Now we're back to, oh, it just touched 4 and got I heard a click. He needs more. Okay, so the position I'm sitting in at this very moment, I believe, was I was on 4 and I got some counter rotation like I felt before, and as I was pushing him up to set him, he took a lot of pressure and very light on the tension wrench. I heard a very slight click and the core locked up, but it didn't feel like the pin actually set. It feels like almost like I set on the lip of a spool, or so it feels like it needs just a little bit more with very light tension. But I don't want to let too much tension go and drop everything or smash that pin into place and overset it. And who knows, it might have set and I just don't know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Okay, so I felt like I got another tiny click out of it. It sounded like something dropped. Okay. Well, it still feels set. 2 feels set. 3 feels set. Well, maybe. I can't tell if that's just... I don't know, I can't tell you. Okay. I either just dropped something back down. I was working around in the back. I don't know what I hit, and I heard a tiny little click. It sounded like a pin dropping, and I dropped back into a false set. So maybe let's come back out and check everything again. Something behind me, every time I move, is rattling. Oh crap, that just came out of frame. Sorry guys. My toolbox is behind me and it's bumped up against my desk on the stand it's on. And every time I move my arm, it rattles or shakes, moves the desk enough that it rattles something in the toolbox. It was driving me nuts. Alright, so I'm back to that same slight counter rotation. And very carefully see if we can manipulate that. And my daughter does not sound very happy. Yes.
Sorry.
Nope, my daughter is not happy at the moment. She probably had to get out of the bath. Ah, I got it. All right, there's our open. That was 4. It was definitely 4 I was working on, and everything fell into place just right. So I'm going to zoom this back out, and there is a Phillips. So we are going to gut this and see what's in it. And oh, there we go. Thought I was on the screw and it was loose. It was not. Let's find out what is in this. And I am going to use one of my new pinning trays from K1. Thank you, buddy. And circlip on the back. Let's see what we got to work with. I'm going to use this one too because I can hold that on there. I'm going to try and do this without locking it back up, just to kind of do it the traditional way, I guess. I don't know. Alright, we'll put this one over here for parts and pieces. How's that sound? And I need a follower. I wasn't really prepared necessarily to get this, I guess. See if... Okay, my new one's not going to work, so let's go old school. Okay, that'll work. Let's see about a shim, just in case. I'll look up and make sure this is still in frame. Hope it didn't come out of frame. Seemed to be good. And I got past a couple of them, but come on. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright guys. Shim is in. Follower. And let's see what's in this bad boy. There's my pins. Okay. Success there. And let's get everything out. We'll take a look. Okay, so I was wrong about my pin count. It was actually 6 pins in here. So I don't know if it was 4 or 5 that I was... my guess is it was 4 that I was messing with that was causing me the issues, but I got 6 here, so... and if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I work backwards from kind of what everybody else does, in that I go 1, 2, 3, 4 to all the way to 6 instead of going the other way like most everybody does. And it's just, I do that. I started doing that years ago just because of the way that I build locks and such. It just works out better for me. So I'll give you a close look at all of these. Looks like one, trying to make sure my head's not in here. 1 standard, 2's got a spool on it, 3 standard, or not a spool, sorry, a serration. 4's got a serration, 5's got a serration, and 6 has a serration. Let me get some tweezers in here, and let's see what we've got in the Bible. And that is a very interesting homemade serrated spool, it looks like. It's a spool that's got a serration underneath the spool, so, or inside the, that's interesting, I like that. I'm going to pay attention to the way I'm taking these out of here. I got too excited looking at the pen. I was admiring the craftsmanship. Oh no! Well, that was a little silver spring, and I'm sure I know about where it's at, but I'm not going to try and find it right now. I will find it and put it back in here. Spool in 2, and looks like another one of those. I'll show you guys these in a different spring. There it is, smaller spring. Spool in 3, came out just like that. Ooh, T-pin spool, very nice. That's what that spring that came out of 1 looked like. And looks like a serrated, single serration. Let's flip it around and go to the back side. Oh no, I can't with this follower. Never mind. This is a homemade follower, and it's slightly tapered, so this end's just a hair bigger, and most keyways it will not go all the way through. So let's do this very carefully. That is a serrated spool. I'll get the spring in a second. Do this very carefully, and that is a serrated spool, and the springs look like they're probably the same. You came out of there, you came out of there. Alright. Let me double check and make sure I got everything oriented the right way for you guys, and I will give you a close-up and show you what this looks like. We'll take a look at the Bible. I gotta take a look at some of these. Let me see. That is a very interesting, a very, very thin serration on it. In fact, he looks like he's had so much play with him. I don't know if I can show this that well. Well, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me turn them around so everything's orientated the right way. This is the other one I want to take a look at. I'll do a zoom in and show you guys what these look like. I like to admire the work myself, so that's a very very small T-pin spool, so very nice there. And then these two, and 1 and 2 are a serrated spool, but the serration is underneath the top lip of the spool. So very interesting there. I don't see any weirdness in the Bible. Everything looks standard. And I wanted to see, so it looks like in the core we have undercuts on 2 and 6. 2 and 6, both undercut. Not deep, but deep enough to definitely cause some havoc. So, see if I can get a zoom on this for you guys. And we'll do a zoom and focus. Focus. Oh, come on. I practiced to make sure this, not with this lock obviously, but to make sure that my focus was going to work well. And now, let's see if I can get a cooperation out of it here. Well, shoot. Maybe I can just do I don't know. Sorry, guys. Let me zoom out and see what I can get for you guys here. Oh, I know. Let's do this. Let me put that like that. And there's a little more focus. Now the light's gonna play tricks. Well, that gives you kind of an idea of what you're looking at. You can see a little bit of what's going on. So that other spring, it's right at my feet. I know about where it's at, so I'll find that when I put this all back together. But either way, gives you guys an idea what this one looked like. But very nice, very nice. What's the word I'm looking for? Craftsmanship into this. Pretty impressed with this and how it came out. So anyway, good job to Gereon Bodner, and until next time, keep it legal.